Danai Gurira, and I'm a playwright actor. And right now, my play Eclipsed is having its West Coast premiere at the Kirk Douglas Theater.
So where you get this then?
This? Pakata.
And this?
It's from the big city.
The play deals with the issues of Liberian women during the Civil War there in 2003. So it really kind of hones in on 5 very specifically different women and how they navigate that last chapter of a very vicious war. But it involves a lot of things. It's a very, very character-driven piece, very, very connected to these women's characters and their personhoods and their complexities and the choices they make that affect themselves and others.
He don't want you no more, and I don't want that. But if I have a gun, then nobody gonna fuck with me no more. I want that.
In 2003, when I was in grad school, my professor handed me a newspaper with these Liberian female rebel fighters. It was really a story that instantly just spoke to me. I wanted to know more about them. I wanted to know what was behind that experience, and I wanted to try and tell their stories. I was just completely fascinated. I wanted to know what it was like just to be a playwright. I wanted to experience being a playwright. I wanted to not have to get up and deliver it as well. I wanted to just be focused on the creation of it. And I also wanted to give other women an opportunity to work. People somewhat have seen me do the African girl thing. So why not let other girls have that chance if I can? The characters for Eclipsed are extremely specific. They're very specific types of girls and women that have to embody these roles. Of course, there's much room for interpretation, and I love that. I love to see an actor be a creative force and interpret something and embody it in ways that bring it life, in ways that the writer or the director hadn't imagined. And that's when an actor becomes a collaborator in the creative process. And I'm always looking for that type of actor. I'm also, for this play especially, you're also looking for someone with a lot of heart, a lot of passion, and who's really willing to go to dangerous places. And so, yeah, we definitely found women who were able to bring that, thank goodness. I'm completely inconsistent with my auditioning. Sometimes I really can attach and really hit it, and then sometimes I miss the mark, and it's not to say that I don't know how to hit the mark. Sometimes I just don't hit it for whatever reason, and there are times I'm like, okay, I should probably let them know that I could do that better and try and go back in. And there are times I'm like, that was good, and I'm happy with what I did. So it's a tricky thing, auditioning. It really is. You kind of wish people was like, can't you just tell I know how to do this, or I don't, or that I'm right or I'm wrong for it, you know what I mean? Because sometimes auditioning can be so not a manifestation of all you can do, but it's the only chance you have. So it's a very tricky thing.
This is war. How you gonna survive? This is how. Then you can prosper. Try it. Hold it. And not that hard. No, I'm scared. Scared of what? Fire.
What is going on, you guys? So it's your boy Cheddar Terry here, and I'm here to talk about my new album that's dropping in February, first week. And from the video clips that you've seen before this, it's based off a real article that happened, and the actress Danai Gurira, I know her as also playwright, actress as well, a playwriter and director. From the interview that you saw with that, and why that drew me, and why did that fascinate me. Also with the video clip from the opening, you know, the trailer for the play. And why did I make an album about it? And in what terms? So, this is the album right here, Eclipsed. And, you know, again, what drew me to it. I seen some clips from the play online. Back in 2012 is when I discovered that. So it's been around. And the play didn't catch on to like last year or maybe 2016 at the most. And it went on from there to where a successful play like this, you know, even it even caught 50 Cent's attention. So you can expect something like this to probably later on be made into a movie. If you look at the wars it's kind of like a secret war, or the things you don't hear about that the people see with the relations that can go on here in America as well. We have wars in the streets. We are fighting freedom still. There's still racism, slavery, people dying over things that make no sense, like Jordans, you know. I remember I did a video about that, you know, J's are not important. But I wanted to go with this within a religious aspect, because there's that moment in time in the mental mind of the human being to where you're questioning everything that you go through. And I take those problems and I imagine that I'm God. So rather than you speaking to God, it's God speaking to you, hoping that it's time for you now. Listen, I'm talking to you. This is what's going on. And what you have to do, yeah, the beginning, you're seeing an eclipse, a dark time, a dark age. You're going to see the light again. Your soul's lost. You're lost as a person. But you have to find your way back to me. I'm here to protect you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to protect you from evil. You know, going along with that, I'm showing you your way. It's up to you to see that. I'm now speaking to you. It's up to you to see that, to see your way. Going on from there, you're going to stumble onto you're going to be questioning things. You know, everything you do from bloodshed, are you doing it within my name, and for what reason? What are you fighting for? The red, which represents bloodshed, yellow, which is sunrise, green, which is the land. From there, you're going to get lost. You're going to be going on drugs to help you pass time, help you pass that. Then later, you're going to either beat that addiction, or the addiction's going to kill you. It's now time that you strike back and realize what you're fighting for is that you're working for a crooked government as well. You know, no man should rule over anybody. And it's a really woke project. Now, this is kind of like my first, religious project, if you will. When I first did it in 2012, I didn't really exactly know how I wanted to go into it. And I remember doing it, and it just was not hitting. It was overlooked, especially at the quality was at that time. Back in 2016, I tried to bring it back up and relaunch it online twice. It got a little bit of numbers, but at the same time, it's not what I was looking for. And so with this one, it's a reboot. scrapped, totally redone, and it's exactly the way it should be now. And because of that, it comes together in a whole, how I explained it. It's in that religious aspect. It's now, it's God now talking to you, not you talking to God. And you don't get a lot of that nowadays, and I think that's something that is missing. And this is also bringing awareness as well. Like I said, this is my first religious project. I have a soul project, which is Stand By Me. A spiritual project, which is Serave to the Joy 90s Child. And then you have the religious project, which is now Eclipsed. And Eclipse also goes into those, categories of that as well. But Eclipse is important. It's dear to me. It's things that we can relate to. It is. There's going to be things that you're not going to hear about on the news that they don't want to show. And that hums into this. So, it's time now, even now as I'm speaking, as I'm also talking about the project, is this. We always been in dark times. We're in a very confusing time nowadays. Very lost generation of people. A lot of us refuse to see life for what it is. It's dark. It really is. That's why a lot of us escape from narcotics, which is causing a lot of young deaths. We're all turning to God for something, to the point to where now I don't think we should, it is time for God to start, talking to us now. And also bring a sense of comfort. That's why I adore this project. I adore Eclipse very much. It's a very important project to my heart and as a human being. And I think it's something that everyone's going to like. It's something that everyone's going to draw to. And like I said, it's going to hit some of those religious aspects. It's going to probably make some people a bit uncomfortable, but that's okay. It's religion is not meant to be comfortable. It's meant to be a scary thing. It's meant to also question as well. So that's why I went into Eclipse the way I did with this, and I believe in the end, honestly, it's going to be well received. So I want to say Monday, February 5th, I believe, Eclipse will be dropping over at High Fashion and over at Variety Record Shop here in Columbia, Tennessee. And I also have 2 flyers printed out for that, promoting the CD, and another flyer with Variety Record Shop, to where you can buy my music over there. My mixtapes, albums, for like $5 as well. So you guys can keep a lookout for those. But like I said, it's gonna hit hard. It's gonna hit religiously, and it's also, I think, it's gonna be great well received, because this is something now that's needed. This is not always gonna be the street shit. I think people who listen to my music now know that I'm very, I have different categories. Pop, hip hop, rap, and now with the soul, funk, spiritual, and now with the religious aspect. So Monday, my new album drops, Eclipsed, and I'm Cheddar Terry.
Some singing hallelujah, kingdom come now.
Some singing hallelujah,
Hallelujah, kingdom now. We pray.
This is a Masquerade Beats and Hooks Out Here production.
some
Singing
singing
hallelujah,
Masquerade
kingdom come now. We pray, pray. Some singing hallelujah, kingdom come now.
This is war. How you gonna survive?
I just want
This is how
come now.
Denny.
Just want to to show us where you are. Show us where we belong. Kingdom come now. I wanna go to a place does not require time. Time.